Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this Hyundai Ioniq 6 and we're going to do the Taillight Tint installation for this vehicle. So this is how the lens looks before doing the installation, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that may hit the lens. Link for the product will be provided below. With that being said, let's get started with the installation video. These are the tools you need for the installation. So before we start with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the taillight lens. So we're going to need two different solutions in order to do the cleaning process and also the installation. So our first solution is Slip Solution, which contains baby shampoo mixed with distilled water. And our second solution is our Tack Solution, which contains isopropyl alcohol mixed with distilled water. So with our Slip Solution, start by spraying the Slip Solution onto the lens. And with a clean microfiber towel, make sure to start removing any contaminants that the taillight may have. Now flip your microfiber towel around, grab your Tack Solution and spray it onto your microfiber towel. And what this does, it just helps remove any hard contaminants that the lens may have, like any oils, grease, or any coating. And then once we're done prepping, we can start with the installation. So once we finish prepping the lens, now we can start with the installation. We're going to start off with piece number 1 that covers this section of the taillight lens. So first, spray Slip Solution to the lens and to the adhesive side of the film. Once it's sprayed, align it to the edge right here. And make sure the film, you're able to move it around like this. That way you're able to align it to the edge. So once we have it on the edge right here, we're going to lift the film carefully and apply Tack Solution underneath the film. That way we can start tagging it down and securing it to this section here. So make sure the film is being covered up to the edge here. So make sure you cover it here. So that's to follow the body line here and the edge right here. Once you have it aligned, spray Tack Solution, grab your squeegee and start securing this section. Make sure to remove all of the solution underneath the film and then slowly work your way towards the top. The taillight here does have a curve, so you're going to have to make sure that you remove all the solution underneath the film. That way there's no bubbles. Okay, now that this is secured, all we need to do is just stretch the film to reach to the edge right here. So to stretch it, lift the film, apply a little bit of Slip Solution, that way we're able to stretch the film. Make sure this area is dry, and with your hand, place your hand right here until the tip of the tint reaches the edge of the taillight right here. So it's just a light stretch. So it should be roughly right there. And if you need to lift it to apply more Slip Solution, you can. We need this whole area to stretch, that way the finger is removed on this section here. So it has to be flat like this when you stretch it. And then just stretch it to the edge. Okay, now make sure everything stays aligned. Hold it for a couple seconds, that way the film starts tacking down to the taillight. Spray Tack Solution, grab your squeegee, and slowly start tacking down the film. Don't forget about the curved area here. Make sure to remove all of the solution here and just work your way until you reach it to this end right here. The only thing you have to keep in mind here is there is a small bump on this section of the taillight. Make sure not to leave any solution also, because if you do, it will cause bubbles here and the film may lift over time. So make sure you also remove everything that's underneath this section here. Okay, so now before we move on to the middle piece here, we're going to make sure we seal the top section of the taillight and also the bottom, that way it doesn't lift over time. So just to seal it, apply Tack Solution to the taillight lens, grab your heat gun or a hairdryer and just start applying heat throughout the entire tint. You can use the lowest setting for this part, that way you don't accidentally burn the film. And with your squeegee, you would just start tacking it down to start sealing the edges. Okay, and then just wipe it down just to double check and see if the entire film is tacked down. If this section of the curve is lifting, just apply a little bit of heat. Make sure you're applying evenly. Grab your microfiber towel and just hold it for a couple seconds, maybe like 5 seconds. That way the film starts tacking down to the curve here. And that's pretty much it. And now we move on to this piece here. So now we're moving on to the middle piece here. So just apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. Make sure the film is not touching the ground. That way it doesn't catch any contaminants. Once you apply your slip solution, start placing the film onto the lens. Make sure you applied enough slip solution that way you're able to move the film around. And when it comes to the installation, you can start from either that end or this section here. It doesn't really matter, as long as wherever you start, you align it on one of the edges. So for this example, we'll start on this section here. And it's the same process as how we did it on this side here. We're just going to align it here. Once we have it aligned, spray our tack solution underneath the film, place it back down carefully, and spray tack solution on top. Grab your squeegee and just start removing all the solution underneath the film. And don't forget about this section here. Since there is a curve, you're just going to help remove all of the solution underneath the curved area here. Okay, once this is tacked down, all we need to do is just lift this section of the film. If it did dry up, just go ahead and apply slip solution once more. And the reason why we need to apply slip solution is that way we could stretch the film and reach it to the other edge right here. So it has to reach exactly how it is here, right on the edge on this end. So just place the film, stretch it, and that's pretty much it. All the fingers will start removing. So just hold it for a couple seconds here. Grab your tack solution, spray it onto the top section of the tint, and starting from this side here, you're just going to slowly work your way to reach the tint until you reach it to this end. So start from the flat area here first, bring all of the solution this side. And now just slowly start working your way to the top section. This one, you might take a little bit longer since there is a more bigger gap as opposed to this one here. So this one, just take your time removing all of the solution underneath the film. And just to make sure, seal the edges on the top section here, you're just going to do the same steps as how we did it here. Just apply tack solution, grab our heat gun, and apply heat to start sealing the top edges. And you can also apply heat on the bottom. And you just go all across until you reach to the other end. So for the bottom section where the reverse light is located, this one pretty simple. It's a flat area to work with. So just apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. And with this one, just apply a little bit of tack solution. That way we're able to just align it and just tack it down as soon as possible. So just start from aligning it to the top edge, and everything else should just fall into place. Spray tack solution on top, make sure you're holding it, and with your squeegee, just start tacking it down slowly. Just secure this top half first. Take your time, slow and steady on this part. And once we have it secured and it's not moving, then we could work our way down. And just make sure to remove all of the solution underneath the film, and you should be good. Okay, so now we're moving on to the piece that covers the brake light here on top. So with this one, just apply slip solution to the lens and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. And all we need to do is just place the curved area of the film to match it to the brake light. So the curved area goes here, and then the more straighter line, the line's here. So just align it. You can start from either here or here, doesn't really matter. Just like the bottom side, wherever you start, align it, and then just work your way to the other end. So just make sure everything is being covered here. Once we have it aligned there, grab your tack solution and spray it on top. Grab your squeegee and just start tacking down this section here. Remove all the solution underneath the film and bring it towards the bottom. And just be careful around this area here. You might come across a finger, and just be careful tacking it down. And like I mentioned, all we need to do is just stretch the film to this end Just make sure the film isn't dry. If it is, just lift it carefully. Reapply slip solution, bring it back down, and just do a light stretch. Just a small one. Hold it in position, apply tack solution on top, hold it on the edge, and just start bringing the film and tagging it down. Make sure you remove all of the solution underneath the film. You bring the solution towards the bottom since the bottom isn't sealed yet. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And once you finish with the install for the tail light tints, the last thing to do is post heat the entire film. So once you finish with the entire installation for the rear tail light, the last thing to do is to post heat everything. So to post heat, just apply tack solution throughout the entire tint. And we're going to use our heat gun. You can also use a hair dryer to apply heat to the tints. Make sure the heat device that you're using, just use the lowest setting on your device, and make sure to apply heat evenly as you go through each section of the lens. And as you're applying heat, we're going to use a microfiber towel just to help it tack down, and also remove any solution that are around the edges and just helping it tack down on the edges as well. So take your time doing this process, and once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. So that concludes the installation video for the taillight tint for the Hyundai Ioniq 6. We hope that the video helped you guys out with the installation. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.